Hey everybody, welcome back to a refreshed Northernlion goes back through the challenges here. I Rule is new. That's not one we failed. There's only 5 of them for Afterbirth Plus. Ultra Hard is garbage. Back Asswards, I think, is... It's the one where you start on Mega Satan, and then you lose an item every floor. The fact that we're starting with Mom's Knife is, like, incredible. We can see some of our other items in there. The Soul, the Miter. Our damage is bad, but it's not horrible. I mean, it's as good as our damage was on the last run, plus with the added benefit of Mom's Knife. So, you'll forgive me if I find myself, like, a little bit pleased with the way this run looks. Oh no, question marks. Because it really does look better than the last one, sadly. That makes you small. We also have Acid Baby, so we got the poison effect there. So I expect the Mega Satan fight to be kind of annoying. Mom's Knife is kind of like our saving grace here. And then we'll lose an item or more every single floor on the way down, but if we get to keep Mom's Knife, we're probably gonna make this work. This is another one, like, I cheesed it. You can't really deliberately cheese this one, I think, but I sort of got lucky the first time I did this challenge. I was like, I don't see why everyone's complaining. The run was so good, I didn't even notice that I was missing items the longer it went on. So far, this is starting from a position where basically, as long as we're not losing Mom's Knife, we're probably gonna win. Because the run just gets easier. In terms of, like, the enemies. It gets more difficult in terms of, you know, the relative difficulty of killing the enemies, potentially. That was not great, but... We're not stacked right now, but... If you look at, like, the optics for how this run goes in the future, we could be stacked pretty quickly in the future, relative to the enemies, as long as I think I deflected that shot into myself. All we need to do is live through this, and actually that's appearing to be more of a challenge than originally expected. You definitely do not want to squander this one, because this is, like, as close to a 10 out of 10 start as you could expect, because our stats actually are rendered nearly irrelevant by the existence of Mom's Knife. I noticed, by the way, we also have, like, Dead Shot in there. We have, Empty Vessel, which is not doing anything for us right now, but, you know, Dead Shot, Growth Hormones, there's some items in there of some value. You can only get hit 4 more times. It's actually, like, a little scary. Please just die right there, okay. Do you only start with 10 items, by the way? Yes. So there actually is a relatively good chance every floor that we lose something important. Particularly Mom's Knife, but also I would prefer not to lose Growth Hormones. Dead Shot is a close second. If we lose Mom's Knife, we'd rather lose Growth Hormones than Dead Shot, but if those don't get deflected, excuse me. If we don't lose Mom's Knife, we'd rather keep the straight damage upgrade. We're good, we're good. Get dusted. Okay, thank you, good Lord above, for the Mom's Knife start here, and the Spirit Heart. And do we want to go straight up? I can't imagine we wouldn't. Oh. Ignore what sounds like a gas leak in the background. That's just, the shower on the adjacent wall. Now we go fight Satan. I mean, it starts pretty outrageously here. I can't help but feel I might have made a catastrophic mistake. Don't do it. Just beat Mega Satan. What, like it's hard? Bait him into that attack. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Very important. Just keep moving here. And don't forget to drink your Ovaltine. There we go, we did it. Shouldn't have been that tough, I'll admit. I'll be the first to admit. And maybe we should do more rooms. No, we have to get to the spawn room. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because the spawn room contains the portal to go up. All right, now I feel like we're set here. What did we lose? I don't know, actually. Bad trip is fine. Tomo would like to leave. Bad trip is actually great because if we get hit once, all of a sudden we got like a ridiculous amount of value. Addicted is not really a good pill, obviously, in pretty much any circumstance. Although, if we don't get hit, if you wanted to be like super pedantic and be the kid who corrects the teacher when they make a spelling mistake on the chalkboard, technically, if you don't get hit, Addicted is good because of Acid Baby. You get a mass poison when you start the room if you use it. Technically, ungulates are cloven-hooved, but not all cloven-hooved animals are ungulates. I had that happen in a college lecture once. Not to the same extent. This was more like, less like a, actually, and more like a cool guy. It was like a classic first-year university lecture, so there were like 200 people in the class, and this dude was talking real loud. The whole, oh, we lost Mom's knife. But this is actually okay for our damage, as long as we can keep Deadeye. He was talking, and the professor was like, do you want to teach the class? And then he walked up to him, like, with the microphone, and he was like, sure. And then the professor was just like, get out. That's the end of that story that, if you told it with more flair, might actually be entertaining. Basically, the guy thought he was cool. He's like, the professor would never expect me to say yes. And then when he said yes, he was just like, get out of my class. Get out of my class. Get expelled from my school. I don't know if he got expelled. That seems a little harsh for just like one outburst of being kind of a jerk, but more like an idiot than a jerk, if we're being honest. So the mom's knife loss is pretty bad. The existence of Deadshot helps it not be horrible. I thought we died. What happens if you go through to the... I don't even want to know. This is actually answering my question. I was just going to say, can we get more items? Like, if we explore, can we go to the item rooms once we get up to the depths? If so, I like our odds. I actually quite like our odds as well, now that we... Well, alright, we don't want to go up. I like our odds anyway, because of a theme. You know, the more items you pick up, the less likely we are to lose these items that mean something to us, if the items that we pick up don't mean anything to us, which I would say a theme does mean something to us. We could orchestrate a run around it. Didn't really work there, but range up. Fairly irrelevant. But yeah, I don't know. Does this get harder or easier as it goes along? I'm assuming that pretty much depends on what you roll. Like, this run should be harder now as a result of the loss of Mom's knife. But if we had lost, like, Acid Baby or something, we might be laughing all the way to the bank here. Mind you, it's also, you gotta think about this. It's like there's some calculus involved. When we lose a good item is the hardest that it will ever be for us, having just lost that item. Like, if Mom's knife is the defining item in our run, having lost that, the run probably stands to never get more difficult than it was when we were on the first room that we lost it on. Does that make any sense at all? You see what I mean? Like, I'm trying to give a well-reasoned example here, but I'm not sure it's coming across completely. Basically, we've already suffered the punishment. It's like doing the time before doing the crime. You know, we've already spent 25 to life in jail. Now we've gotten released, and it's like an Ashley Judd Double Jeopardy situation. Oh, she was on Double Jeopardy? I didn't even know she was smart. That's not funny, okay? That's not as funny as you think it is. Self-conquest. We did not lose Deadshot. Nor did we lose a Thame. I think we lost Multi-Dimensional Baby. It's going to be hard to keep track of what we lost. But remember the first time I did this challenge, which at this point was actually only like 7 months ago, so I have a little bit more of a memory than those rebirth challenges we did in like, you know, the winter of 2014. I didn't even notice that it was taking items away from me that time. So this is like a new, it's a new era to at least understand that that's happening. So now we got White Pony. White Pony is a pretty great active item on in a run like this, I think. And to be honest with you, although Krampus's head is not meritless in and of itself, I think I'm going to be happier just having the ability to fly than once every 6 rooms killing all enemies. Range down. Can I get a range up instead of a range down? This is the world's worst reference to pavement. Range life? Track 9 on 1994's album Crooked Rain, Crooked Rain. Crooked rain, crooked rain, crooked rain. I only want to see you listening to the crooked rain. That's Prince. But really, he was a king of the music industry for a while anyway. Okay, we got 18 cents. It's shop caliber. The floors get shorter as time goes on as well, so don't have too much to worry about. I'm starting to feel the fatigue with shooting these enemies, though. Since when are they so strong? Like, this champion siege bunker here from StarCraft 1 is not plausible to kill. That was a deep cut reference for me, by the way. It has probably been, like, close to 2 decades, which is scarily mathematically plausible. Since I've seen a bunker. I don't even know if they're called siege bunkers, because they're definitely called siege tanks, so. Worth, sort of. We got 2 bad trip pills. I have like a philosophy on these challenges, and a lot of the philosophy is if you have 1 full health slash, you know, survivability. That was really dumb. Survivability pillar card, you almost can't lose. Unless you do something stupid and screw yourself out of a victory, you're probably gonna come out of this one smelling like a rose, is my perspective. 48-hour energy, it's not bad. Now, what would be the ultimate item to lose? It would still, I mean, it would be bad. You. Oh, we should just look for the cosmetics table, which will make it easier to tell when we're going here. I see. It would be bad to lose Deadeye, which we didn't. Didn't lose acid. I think we lost growth hormones. Yeah, that would be like in the top 3 worst items to lose, no doubt. The soul would also be bad, but you know, we already got the value out of the spirit hearts, and those essentially kept us alive on the Satan fight, so, and the Mega Satan fight for that matter. So starting now, I mean, we have a 100% deal with the devil chance thanks to Goathead, which maybe is kind of like an unsung hero in and of itself. All we need to do to win this run is to roughly, and it doesn't even have to be exact, like I think we're pretty okay if it's inexact, but roughly match the quality of items we lose with the quality of items we gain. Considering we're gaining more than 1 item per floor, I would expect that the hard part of this run is already over. Unless we roll really, really badly. You know what I mean? Like, on the first few floors, those are the hardest floors in the game, and you're losing an item without having the chance to gain more than 1 item. On these floors, conceivably, we could be gaining 2 or 3 items. Well, I don't know if there's item rooms, but especially with Goathead, we're at least getting the chance to get a deal with the devil every floor, and we've already fought Krampus, so the more the merrier. But having 7 damage at the peak of Deadeye leaves a little bit to be desired. Just trying to keep that Deadeye bonus going as long as possible, and it's worked out. Please, please. I'm begging. I'm begging. We're good. We get the negative. And actually a great series of deal with the devil items. Good lord. So we don't have 4.7, or sorry, 11.71 damage. We probably actually have, like, I guess 5.85. But still. This should be enough. At this point, we just added 2 very, very good items. We're probably never going to get... Well, I don't know. I was going to say we're probably never going to get a high enough level of damage to just destroy enemies before they... stand any threat to us, but I guess it's actually completely plausible that that would happen because the run is giving us easier and easier enemies as time goes on. Excuse me? We don't need anything. It pains me because I'd like to get more items. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, it's not like we can donate to our donation machine. We might as well just snag at least a passive item to give us more of a chance of losing that item as opposed to some other item that actually is meaningful to us. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So we're like halfway through this run, but we might be anywhere from like a quarter to, you know, 3/4 of the way through the run, depending on the items that it takes and also the items that we're able to get for the rest of it. I don't understand why you guys are immune to taking damage. I also don't understand what paid out with that Eternal Heart, but it gives me a great excuse to not go to this blood bank here. Okay, that's pretty stupid of me. Like, I guess it's piggy bank, but you know what? The less we think about it, the better. Did I find you or you find me? There was a time before you were born. If someone asked, this is where I'll be. Okay, great, dude. Great song. Talking Heads. This must be the place. Open parentheses, naive melody. Close parentheses. From the soundtrack of Wall Street. Starring Michael Douglas, who claimed he got esophageal cancer from performing favors for his wife. Bold move. We've been down that road before. That's one of my favorite NLSS, recurring NLSS bits, is good lord, Michael Douglas. The brass cojones to say that in public. A little bit out of control. Okay. I forgot. Once we lose that, we lose the ability to fly. But that's okay because we actually want Guppy's head. Preferably not walking over the spikes 20 times, but... What did we lose? At this point, I do not know. Wait. No, we didn't lose Deadshot. It just got purged from the sideboard because we have too many items. Emperor. Not a good card at all in this context. And actually, wait a minute. I'm looking at my HP. I'm not that pleased. I think we maybe want to get that. Try something like this on for size. No money. Diplopio could be good. We really want a Fool card is the big get, I suppose. Wow, we actually destroyed every single one of those shots. This will not make us Guppy, but it will give us a free Steam sale, along with the extra consumables. Was it worth it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Could have used that for a deal with the devil, for example, instead, but it's another bad trip. What are we on, anyway? Depth Swan. Okay, just slow your roll, because we do have a little bit of time left. Like, you don't want to just throw this run away by being overly aggressive. If we're being honest, we have all the tools we should need to succeed. So we're really just kind of throwing maybe a little bit of our survivability away in the pursuit of becoming stronger, which is not necessary right now. Of course, you know, the more items we get, the merrier, but more concerned about making sure that we have the HP necessary to live here. I should look, because if you have red chests, I would value them. I've got an... Oh. I was going to say I have an idea, but I'm not sure that idea is actually good. I was going to say, normally we want to teleport into the boss fight. What if we teleported out of the boss fight? We still have Deadshot. Damage still looks good. Sadly, I don't think I can take it. You know I would love to get Mom's knife again, but... I was like, we could teleport out of the boss fight, but then we miss out on the chance to get all these lovely items, you know? So... drop Addicted and take Ace of Clubs. Use Ace of Clubs to get a bomb. Wow, what an incredible haul. Then we use this, and we go here and we blow this guy up and hopefully buy the Spirit Heart. Beautiful. And we can sort of see where the boss is, or sorry, where the exit is likely to be. Remember, these floors are liable to be shorter. So I feel like I'm not going to gloss over it. We're pretty, you know, lucky on this run. To start with Mom's knife and at least carry it for a few floors is pretty amazing for us. And I think I complained about getting a bad draw in a lot of the more difficult challenges. This one, it can be a difficult challenge. I know this one can be a little cheesy depending on, you know, how the run goes. But in our case, we got super lucky. You know, we got a great run and we're able to carry it here. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get the win as a result. We lost HP, I think. So we must have... No, we lost Deadshot. Yeah.
Amnesia.
Absolutely not. Yeah, we lost Deadshot, so our damage is starting to tank. Well, it serves us right for getting a little cocky, right? Like, we shouldn't be talking as if this run is a guarantee. We are on the Caves 1, which means after this... Thank you, Infamy. Which means after this, we really only have the basement left. And even 7 damage... Oh, the Fool is so good. Even 7 damage on the basement is, like, more than you need. We're still at 7. We still have, Acid Baby. I don't know what we've lost here. We still have Infamy. We still have a Thame. There's not that much more they can take from us. A lot of the stuff that, at this point, makes us good in composite as opposed to all at once. Why not? And in fact, let's get absolutely idiotic with this. This could end in despair. But I like that idea. Okay, good. Then, Fool card. The Fool card takes us to the spawn room. Gotta look, right? We go up to the next floor. Hello. Our damage is 14. We're fighting the same boss for whatever reason. I'm not gonna ask questions. They're gonna say, no, deal with the devil for you. And I'm gonna say, you know what? Deal with the devil for me. We could become Guppy. Why not, dude? So pretty much at this point, we are gonna win. I focused a little bit more than maybe I would have liked on this episode. We had a couple of song parodies though, so I'm gonna forgive myself. The big deal is just get ourselves out of here and put probably one of the 2 more difficult challenges from Afterbirth Plus in the books here. The other one being Ultra Hard, which is just like annoying. This one we knocked out. Laz bleeds more, probably borderline worthless, but for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button, helps out a great deal, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.